This is going to be your weekly Twin Flame Soulmate relationship tarot reading. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you. We're going to take a look at the energies between you and your person. So in the comments, please let me know your zodiac signs and your word of the day. So let's take a look at the overall themes and messages for this reading. We have remember and awakening. It's kind of interesting because one of the questions that I've been getting a lot from people is, will they forget me? Do they remember me? Will they always remember me? And of course they do. You remember them, right? Everything about this connection has been an awakening. So it sparks you. It brings you new adventures, new experiences. So of course that there's a remembering, right? Okay, let's take a look at what else we need to know. Needs tending. Pay more attention to your love life to get results. Nourish, dating, and respond. So here's the thing. Seeds are planted. They're not going to harvest overnight. You can't go busting out the miracle grow, as I always say. You have to allow things to develop naturally and with time. If we try to control things, push things, we get resistance, and we don't want resistance. So let's see what else you need to know. The fledging. This is an interesting energy. Now, it almost feels like there's a bit of a scattered tone or energy right now, and maybe I'll take a second card for that. How many of you are feeling like you're getting bombarded from every angle? You know, happiness, sadness, light, dark. It's almost like these opposing forces, you know, or even a fear of moving forward. Conclusion. Now, interesting, this card shows chapter 1, it shows the end. Well, the end is the beginning is the end. I think people are in fear of moving forward and what that means. You know, if we move forward, will they remember? Well, of course, you know, of course they will. Now, let's take a look at what's going on between the two of you. We're going to look at what's going on in your headspace, your person's headspace, your heart space, their heart space, overall energy and underlying energy. And of course, feel free to swap sides if it makes more sense. So let's see what's going on in your headspace right now. Six of Wands, victory and recognition. I think you want to be recognized. I think that's coming back to remember, you know, remember, recognize. But you don't need anyone to remember you or recognize you. You have to remember who you are, and you've got to recognize where you've been, where you're currently at, and where you want to be. Now, with that, we have here the Wheel of Fortune. So things are shifting. There is growth. There is expansion happening. And whenever I see the Wheel of Fortune, I say, don't fight the shift, because the more you fight the shift, the more resistance, the more difficulty, the more pain, right? So let's see what your person's thinking right now. What's in their headspace? The Fool, trusting, taking a leap of faith. See how we talked about new beginnings, right? There's the chapter 1. And let's see. 5 of Cups. Again, your new life is going to cost you your old life. There is a little bit of grief and sadness. And that's normal when we're going into new phases. Now, remember, this doesn't mean a total ending to a relationship or like a brand new beginning where you've never met each other. I mean, that could be the case. Of course, anything is possible. But what we're talking about is the ending of cycles and the beginning of new ones, right? Whatever that means to you and your connection. So let's take a look at what's going on in your heart space. What are you feeling? 6 of Cups, you might be feeling some nostalgia. Again, remembering. Maybe it's just that you're remembering things from the past, you know? And look, there's nothing wrong with going into the highlight reel. However, understand that you can visit the past. You can't live there, right? So 6 could be an angel number that you're seeing. 2 of Swords, you have a decision. Are you in the old or are you in the new? Right? Okay, let's take a look at what's going on in your person's heart space. I feel like that card wanted to jump out. Let's take it. The Hierophant, taking the methodical steps, moving slowly. Taurus energy. I mean, we are in Taurus season. I personally feel like the full moon in Scorpio is going to be very significant. I mean, it's not just the full moon, but it's this testing energy. It's this emotion. It's this hanging on very tightly. It's the need to shut the door on some things, you know. Now, interesting, we had 6 6 and 5 of Cups, and the Hierophant is a number 5 card. So 5 5, big changes are coming. And the Queen of Swords, boundaries. You know, expectations and boundaries have been the topic of conversation throughout the last little while. Just because you would do something a certain way doesn't mean other people would. Or the moment you attach an expectation onto something, then there's disappointment, you know, and we have to learn not to do such things. Now, oh, pardon me, I was going to take a card from the top of this deck. Death and Rebirth. See, I told you, Scorpio. This is an interesting card because it almost looks like the Lover's card, but it's the Death card, right? We're kind of having a death and a rebirth of an energy. And of course, like I said, Scorpio moon. King of Cups, more Scorpio, more water. Now, I will tell you to be mindful of your emotions right now, right? We want to make decisions that are logical and heart balanced, right? Can't be all or nothing. Underlying energy, 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords is possibly wearing a mask. It can be fear. It can be ego. It could be somebody kind of running away. Let's see with that. The 6 of Swords. Interesting. 6 6 6. And that's nothing diabolical. It's just balance, right? Equal giving and receiving. We want peace from this energy. We want peace from the fear, right? From the ego. Let's take a look now at the After Tarot. This is the energy that you might encounter in the coming days. In your headspace, the Knight of Cups, drinking from the cup of love, being open to new emotional experiences. Interesting. Well, there's the Sun, the happiest card in the deck. So strong Leo energy there. We've had Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. Interesting. All fixed signs, which kind of is well, all the fixed signs are on the World card, if you know your tarot cards. So I know we didn't get the Aquarius energy, but fixed signs, endings, new beginnings. I mean, the Fool is the first card in tarot. The World is completion of a cycle, right? So in your person's headspace, you know, I don't know why. I'm surprised. I talk about it and there it is. So if you look at the World card, there is the Sword, there's the Cup, there's the Pentacle, and there is the Wand, right? So Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and and Taurus. My goodness, my brain on a Friday afternoon. But there you go. Like I said, the World, completion of a cycle. You can't even make that up. Okay. And with that, we have here the Wheel of Fortune again. The universe is, like I said, what I said. We are shifting. Now, 1010 could be an angel number that you're seeing. The 7 of Cups is asking you in your heart space to make the decision, because when you make the decision, right? Are you in the old? Are you in the new? There's the decision. There's the treasure. Now, 7 of Cups can also be very vivid dreams. And the Page of Cups is about believing in miracles. Anything is possible. A brand new emotional experience for you. And in your person's heart space, I love it. The 4 of Swords, which is healing, rest, and rejuvenation. And the Hangman. You know, it's interesting. Your person may have been in need of a break or a pause of some kind. But I like this because this is where one is getting the nourishment from the water, the clarity. There's a lot of energy coming through of enlightenment all of a sudden in a lot of the readings that I've filmed. I haven't posted yet, but they're all about the light bulb, the illumination, the epiphanies, the information coming through. Have you learned anything recently that has come to light, you know, that maybe has changed something for you? Now, overall, we have here the 3 of Cups, celebration. This can also be a proposal, wedding, a party. The 5 of Wands is typically a card of conflict, but it's interesting because in this deck being the After Tarot, it's almost like we're saying no more conflict. We're going to let go. There's the Magician. Again, all the elements, right? The Cup, the Sword, the Pentacle, the Wand. You have all the tools to manifest your deepest desires, but it also requires clear communication. And there's the Fool. The universe is, like I said, what I said. I told you. It's like repeating. The Fool is the new beginning, right? Chapter 1, the end is the world. So brand new beginnings. And I love that. So look at these major arcanas: the Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, the World, the Hangman, the Fool, the Magician, the Death card. I mean, really major themes coming through. Now let's take a last little bit of guidance here before we go. And let's see what each, oh, this card couldn't wait. The River Queen, flow, letting go, and natural movement, 100%. 100%. Okay. On your person's side here, the Ringmaster of Scrutiny, discernment, clear vision, and details. By the way, I mentioned illumination. Look at this light. Interesting. Things coming to light, also using discernment, right? Having a clear vision of the future. And by the way, 3 + 6 is a 9. This is a 9. 9, 9. We're getting close to completion of a cycle. I really hope this resonates with you. If you'd like to do a personal reading with me, the link is in the description box below. Thank you very much, and I wish you an amazing day.